for this next guy who kicks ass on the show. How about a big hand for my belly, Tyler Hoechlin, everybody. Come on, Tyler Hoechlin. Take it in, take it all in.
All right.
We're going to get you a chair. We're going
Thanks
to
for that.
bring the lights up a little bit.
Yeah. There we go. There you go. Nice, a little more casual. There you go. What's up, guys? Ah, there we go. Mood lighting.
Slow down.
Oh, wow. That's a good
So,
sign.
look at nobody on the right except Christian.
Nobody saw the microphone until the lights went up. That was cool.
I have a question for you.
Get it.
What's it like to have a job where you can go in on any day and might have to take your shirt off? I mean, like people that work at Best Buy, they don't go in and go, hey, by the way, today your shirt's off.
The diet sucks. Yeah, not as much pizza as I would want. Especially if we shot in Chicago, we'd be screwed. Derek would not be Derek. Because it would be pizza and Giordano's and Geno's and Uno's and Dues and Tres and Tres not. But yeah, it's weird. It's definitely weird. But I think we've gotten used to it at this point. But we did kind of like, I don't know if it's like a formal thing or an official thing, but they are supposed to give us like a 72-hour window now. So at least kind of be like, hey, I haven't been on a diet that I was supposed to be on for like the last couple weeks, so it's at least give me like a 3-day heads up so I can just like not eat anything or something. I don't know.
I mean, I don't think they understand how much dedication it takes for that diet. Because one day I saw you and I was eating, I go, are you going to have lunch? And you're like, oh man, I'm full, I just drank dandelion water. Like, what's with dandelion water?
Dandelion water, well, it's dandelion root and it actually sucks out all the water of your body. So.
You thought I was kidding.
Yeah, it's fun stuff. It's good. Good.
So this is what we're going to do, if you don't mind. I'm going to excuse myself. And everybody knows to just go back and forth. So maybe some of you guys want to go into, well, I guess you guys can come up. So, and of course we start every single panel with sheep. So go over to the microphone and ask your question. And then I'll check back in a few minutes.
Sounds good.
Love you.
Hi, Dad.
Thanks for the intro, man. It's a good dude. It's a good dude. Aww. We all secretly hate each other so much. How's it going?
It's good. How are you?
Fainting goat.
Well, that's closer than everybody else, so I'll take it. Okay, so my question is, I want to know kind of a timeline. That we know that you fell in love with Paige, and that you were with her and everything. She was your first love. And Kate happened, we think, less than a year later. So how do you think that Derek met Kate and got into that relationship with her?
I think Kate weaseled her way in. Just seems very typical of her.
Okay, well, because I was wondering, because he was so in love with her, and then all of a sudden it was just like, no, he's with Kate now, and then your house is gone.
Have you noticed a trend in Derek's relationships?
No.
They kind of they flame up and then they die out really fast. Poor Derek. Yeah, no pun intended with the flaming up thing. No, I think it's interesting because we've always kind of had this question from day one once we developed that whole backstory with the Kate thing. Of exactly how old Derek was and now is, and so I've asked this question before, but who thinks Derek is 22, 23? Who thinks he's 25, 26? Yeah. Who thinks he's 27 to 32? Every person here is right. Every single person here is right. There's no exact age for Derek, so yeah, we kind of, in the beginning when we did the pilot, it's oh, he's a few years older than, Styles and Scott. And then once we kind of, got into the season and the characters developed and the storyline with Kate kind of came around, we figured out maybe he should be a few years older. So it's hard to say exactly, and I know we're never very descript or detailed about that, but hopefully we'll give you some answers here.
Okay.
I hope. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Love it. Which this side. Here we go. What's up, buddy? Should I be scared of this question right now? Uh-oh. All right, what do you got? Give me your best.
Were you sad when you weren't the alpha anymore?
Good question. I would say I don't think Derek was sad. Was I sad or was Derek sad?
You.
Me. No. Because Alpha Derek had to be about 15 pounds heavier and in much better shape. Now that I'm a beta, I don't have to be quite at that level, so I get to eat more pizza. I get to eat more pizza. I get to eat more, like, good food. Like, not like, maybe good for you, but like good food. Yeah. I couldn't have had the dinner I had last night if I was still Alpha Derek. Nope. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. But I think for Derek, it was a good thing too, though, because it's not who he's meant to be. I think Scott's meant to be the alpha. Derek's like a good supporter. He's a coach. He's a good coach. He can coach. Those who can't do teach. So there you go. That's Derek in a nutshell. Thanks for the question, buddy.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Hi, I'm
Hi.
Paige.
How's it going?
Good. So my question is, I feel like during season 1, Derek was motivated by figuring out who killed his sister.
Mhm.
And then during seasons 2 and most of 3, he was motivated by his pack and figuring out the alpha pack and all that kind of stuff. So what do you think motivates him, especially now that he's like back in trouble with Kate, to keep fighting? Because I feel like he's been so beaten down so many times, like he might just give up at some point.
Yeah, did anybody else see that video just now? I was just like watching it, I was like, oh my god. I do the whole like fainting and like passing out and ow, this hurts like a lot on this show. I think this past season, like 3B and especially in 4, I think a lot of Scott's character rubs off on Derek. I think he's finally motivated purely for the reason of what Scott's always stood for, which is protecting those that you care about. So I think that's a huge transition. I think the speech to the twins in Derek's loft at the end of 3B was a big kind of insight to where Derek is at now, which is, Scott stands for something that's really incredible and really rare, and someone who could be so selfless and really look out for the best interests of others. I think that's kind of what Derek has realized his purpose should be. So I think that's kind of what he's really clinging to in these seasons.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Welcome. Who's up? I see Grumpy Cat in the front. He's just staring. He always stares. It's like what I do on the show. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I can.
So, probably other people know this, but your mom's a really good endurance athlete,
Yeah.
and you guys occasionally do events together.
I've done one event with my
Okay,
mom.
that's probably the only one I know of.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever do you do some training with her? Or is
She would love that. Purely because she would just enjoy how much more in shape she is than me. Seriously, this is no joke. My mom literally just did. Do you guys know what Race Across America is? Okay, so my mom just did a 4-person relay team from Oceanside, which is like San Diego, California, all the way to Maryland in 6 days. On bikes, not in a car, on bikes. So yeah, she's insane. She's crazy, but she's super dedicated.
some really big climbs?
Yes,
She's awesome.
yes, she does. She talks about them like all the time, and I try to kind of know what she's talking about, and sometimes I do, but then sometimes I was like, that's awesome.
Follow her on Twitter.
I know, she's great. Yeah, if you guys want to be like motivated, like, oh wow, I should go do something today, then you follow my mom. She's like crazy. But I mean, yeah, she's I have to say that my mom and my dad both, that probably is where I got my work ethic and things like that from. She's very, very dedicated and super proud. That's crazy, the Race Across America thing. So she's doing good. She's staying in shape.
Hi. So in 3A, we got to see a little bit of what Derek and Peter were like from before the fire. And one of the things I thought was interesting was that even then, Peter was very manipulative with Derek, and their dynamic was actually pretty similar to how it is now. How do you think, since manipulation has been a bit of a pattern in Derek's life, do you think that having grown up around somebody like Peter has made him more vulnerable and susceptible to people like Kate and Jennifer and people like that?
You would think that hasn't gone that way. Yeah, I think really the only person he's learned to not be manipulated by is Peter. I think that's like the only adjustment that he's made. So sometimes I think it's kind of like, you'd like to see Derek learn a lesson a little quicker.
What I was actually asking is, do you think that having grown up around somebody so manipulative his entire life has made him actually more likely to be manipulated because it's what he's used to?
I don't know that. I think that Derek came from my whole, view on the Hale family was that it was such a close-knit family that I don't think Derek ever would have suspected Peter of being that way. And I don't think that he really even, I think now he can look back on that and realize, what he was like back then, and kind of maybe see like, oh wow, yeah, now I see that with, new eyes and I have a different point of view. But back then, I just kind of see it being such a close-knit family that everybody trusted everybody and just he thought everybody loved everybody, and so he wouldn't see any reason why he would do that. So I really feel like maybe his first experience with that whole, actually realizing he's been manipulated would have been with Kate. In that sense, I mean, that was just way too late, and that was kind of hard to recover from. So, and the Jennifer thing, I mean, it's, hey, guys fall for girls that maybe sometimes they shouldn't, and it happens to everybody. So you gotta cut him some slack on that one. Yeah, silence on that one. I feel like people are like agreeing or judging right now. But yeah, I think the most important thing is, especially coming up in the last season and this season, is that Derek is really going to kind of have his eye on Peter, and I think it'll be something that he's hopefully learned his lesson from.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi. So all of the bad stuff that happens to Derek happens in Beacon Hills. So
Yeah.
do you think Derek could ever actually really be happy in Beacon Hills, or do you think he would have to just leave it all and go somewhere else to maybe find a peace of mind?
Yeah, he should go. He should leave. Everybody needs to leave. Maybe if everybody just up and moved to a different city, these problems would go away. Because Beacon Hills is a beacon for supernatural creatures. So why don't we just all call them there and then go out the back door and be told they're fine? It seems so much easier. But yeah, I think we've always talked about, Jeff and I have always kind of talked about, Derek really is, he's just kind of that guy. He's like the rancher who just wants a big piece of property, have his family there, and just kind of live away from everything. I think that's why it took him so long to leave the Hale house as well, and why the loft is so isolated and lived in a train station for a while. And, I think Derek really likes his space, but I think it's just because, the people that he does allow to get close to him, he cares about so much that's enough for him. I don't think he needs, anything more, anything extravagant. So, yeah, I think, at some point, someday, Derek's peace may have to be somewhere else. I don't know that it would be, there. I think he's got to find that family, which I think he kind of has found with Scott and with Styles, and I think that should be the beginning of it, I think. So maybe he's just looking for that next step. Thank you. Who's up next?
Hi, Tyler.
Hi.
So we know what Derek was like as a teenager, and we know he's whatever age he is now. And I would like to know what you think he would be like as a really old man.
Derek is an old man. I think, I don't want to repeat my answer, but I kind of think, yeah. No, it's okay. It's good. I think I see Derek. Well, I don't know why this image just popped in my head. I see Derek on the rocking chair on the patio, just kind of sitting there, like a big pipe, and kind of hanging. And people are like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Nothing. Absolutely nothing," and it's awesome. I don't have to do a thing. I kind of see him that way. I really see him just, like I said, surrounded by the people that are closest to him. And just very content. I think that's kind of what deep down he really wants. I think, that the idea of regaining that sense of family that I think he used to know, which was obviously a big family. Because how many family members has Derek had to come back? 7 now? I started with no family on the show, and now I have the biggest family on the show. So to say that most of my family is still gone, there must have been like 40 of us or something. So I'm guessing that's what it is. I'm guessing like Derek would want like, you know, a bunch of babies and grandbabies. And, it's so easy. All I have to do is say babies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Tyler.
Hello.
Alright, so spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen the first episode of season 4,
Uh-oh.
but Derek Hill is now the Teen Wolf.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yeah. I was just wondering because I know.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
No.
Sorry. Anyway, so I know I get really attached to my characters whenever I play them. So how do you feel about Ian's portrayal as younger Derek?
I think it's been really great. I mean, that flashback episode was one of my favorite episodes of the show. I thought it was really nice. You know, I feel like it was one of the times that we weren't just constantly running around and you know, fighting someone or something, and we really kind of just took our time with the characters and sat in the scene and got to really know who they were. I really enjoyed that, and I thought he did a fantastic job in that episode. I thought everybody did. So. I thought he's done a great job. I didn't see the first episode. I saw some of the work on set, and it seemed to go really well. I know everybody was really happy, and those of you who saw it, I hope liked it. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah? All right. More to come. There's like 11 more. So yeah, I think he did a great job. I'm excited to, you know, I mean, who knows how long he's going to be around? Maybe forever. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Do you think your and Scott relationship is gonna grow stronger because of the change that just happened to Derek?
I don't know if it's going to be because of that, but I do think it will turn into something different. I feel like the last season or two, it's been growing a lot. I know 3A, I feel like 3A Derek was still kind of very self-involved in the way of, just in the sense of like, this is time for me to focus on me, because he's gone through a lot and made a lot of mistakes that have very big consequences. And then 3A was even more of that. And I think maybe what he learned between, you know, the end of season 3A and the beginning of 3B was that I can't rely purely on myself. So I think he's realizing that just as much as he has to offer to Scott, as far as teaching him how to be a better leader, and a better alpha, and a better werewolf, I think that he's now learning that he has to look to others to be the best that he can, because he can't do it on his own. So I think that they're kind of leaning on each other more than they have in the past. So yeah, I think they're getting much closer, like as these brotherly kind of figures who make each other stronger.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hi.
Hello.
This isn't a Teen Wolf related question, but
Okay.
I remember you were on Seventh Heaven. And that's when
I
I
did do
started
that. I
following
did
your
do
career. And my question is, how did it feel to break millions of hearts and roofies when you dumped
I didn't do it. It's the writers. Mad at them. It was interesting because I know when I came on the show, like that wasn't. I mean, as far as I know, that wasn't the intent of the characters. I don't think that Ruthie and Martin were supposed to be a thing, but I actually think in a weird way this might have been one of the first times I experienced like the influence of the audience of the show over what happens on the show. I think I noticed that, you know, people started, you know, kind of really campaigning for the idea of Ruthie and Martin. And I think it got to be like such a big thing that they eventually said like, yeah, let's explore that a little bit. So we did, and I had to do what was written, and then I pissed everybody off. So it was great. And I don't know if you remember this, but at the end of the show, the end of the series, every person in that cast, everybody, gets on the RV, and they all go like off into the sunset, right? Like everything's awesome. And who's the one person who didn't get invited on the RV? Like. The guy that was living with them. I was like, yeah, I'll house sit. I'll see you guys later. I don't know. Whenever we come back. I just get left behind. No one wants it. It's just a thing. I don't know. It's just, you know, it's just real life imitating art. I'm kidding. Oh God. No pity.
Hi.
Hi.
Do you think that Derek would have any regrets about forming his own pack now that they're all gone?
Dead?
No!
Probably.
Because Isaac's not, he's just gone. I hope he's not dead. We don't know. But,
True. There's one lone survivor right now, just hanging out in Paris.
yeah.
Yeah. Also funny that Derek hasn't asked Argent where Isaac is. Yo, you took Isaac to Paris, right? What happened to that? What? You left him Eiffel Tower, just gone. All right, cool. Yeah, I think he regrets it a lot. I don't think he regrets the fact of what he did. I think he regrets how he handled it. I think that he got way too cocky. He got way too confident, really fast. And yeah, instead of letting Scott, really kind of into his pack on his own terms, Derek wanted it to be his way or no way. And I think that definitely came back to no pun intended, bite him. But yeah, so I think in the end, obviously that's a huge reason why Derek's had a massive change of heart and is kind of approaching everything with a different point of view now. But yeah, I mean, it's so weird to say like this, but it's one of those like you live and you learn kind of things. Just two people are now not living for him to learn that lesson, so it's kind of unfortunate. But yeah. So yeah, but hopefully we can find Isaac good and well and unharmed by Argent. So,
Thank you.
thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
So we know that Gary explained to Boyd and Erica and Isaac in season 2 what the Triskelly meant to him then. Since the character has grown so much and he's changed so much, does it mean anything different to him now?
The Triskelly has like a very specific meaning, so I don't think the meaning has changed. I think that maybe in a weird way he's looking at it as maybe more of a sentimental thing now. I think it's kind of, it represents the alpha and the beta and the omega and the fact that you can always go up and down and things like that. I think that's what it means. But I think like the significance of him, having it now is really more like it's like a family staple. And it's, this thing that kind of reminds him of, when his mom or his dad taught him that, and it's just something that'll always be with him.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
This isn't really to Team Wolf, but I was wondering if you happen to know when your movie Undrafted is going to be coming out? And what it would like to work on that set.
I don't know when it's coming out. I know that it's been cut together. I haven't seen it yet. I hear good things, so hopefully they're true. But I think the plan is to take it to some festivals and see what the reception is and who would like to show it to more people. And then hopefully you guys can see it. But I mean, the set was so much fun. I mean, I think as some people know, I'm huge. I played baseball through college. I'm a huge baseball fan. I love baseball. Miss it all the time. So go to work like every single day and have work be putting on a uniform and then also acting, like that was probably one of the coolest things. And honestly, I've been so lucky, like stupidly lucky with the sets that I've worked on. I've had nothing but good people to work with. And this was another prime gleaming example of that. Everybody on that set was so much fun. We had such a good time. Honestly, never felt like work. We just, it was just like 10, 11 guys just in baseball uniforms, like cracking jokes all day. So it was probably one of my favorite experiences. All good guys. Would love to work with every single one of them again. So hopefully maybe we can come up with another like undrafted, maybe take place somewhere else. We'll see.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I always have this issue, I'm sorry.
All good.
No, it's okay.
You got this.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it.
Okay, so I think everyone can agree, I really want Derek to have at least one good day where nothing bad happens to him. So if he could have like the perfect day where nothing bad happens, what do you think it consists of?
Oh, good day for Derek. No fights. No fights. No. No fights. No fights. No calls from Scott or Styles. Because that's always bad. It's just always bad news. I think he would like to actually hang out with Scott and Styles and just hang out, Oh, they can't play No, I was gonna say they could play some certain games, but they're not old enough. Derek could, I think. But I think, yeah, I think I think he would sleep in. He'd sleep in to start. Not go to the gym. Eat some food that just, tasted really good. And then I think he'd probably like binge watch something on Netflix. I feel like that would be awesome for him. Even though he doesn't have a TV, he'll find one. He'll go pick one up and return it later or something. Something weird. The same way he acquires a loft. Yeah, I think he's like a lazy. What does he do for a living? Who said that? Yeah, it did. I don't know. Nothing. Nothing. He's lazy. He's super lazy. He's an inheritor. He just got all his money and that's it. Actually, funny question. Not funny question. I have a funny question for the show. Funny thing. That question will be answered in the season. So we'll find out. We'll see. I don't get your hopes out. I mean, it's not like it's like, oh my God, that's what he does. Just it'll be a little bit of an answer to that question. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Hoechlin.
Hi.
Oh my God, you're so perfect. Okay. Oh God, I forgot my question.
Hang on, you go. Hang on. Keep going. You take your time. I'm just gonna get some water.
Okay.
So you go for it. I'll be here.
When we see Derek, he's usually like serious and like dark and whatnot. What do you think would be like his guilty pleasure? Like something you don't know about him? like the Kardashians or something?
Guilty pleasure for Derek. What? ABBA? ABBA.
The band?
Oh! He just sings like Mamma Mia in his living room. That could be true. Oh God. I think Derek's a painter. I have no reason for it. It's just the first thing that came to mind. Guilty pleasure for Derek. I'd have to say, God, I have such a stupid answer. I'm not even gonna do it. It's just stupid. Well, I was gonna say, he probably watches like The Bachelor. There's like 25 girls in that show. He's like, hey, go ahead. I'll sit and watch this for a minute. Maybe something like that. Yeah, it's kind of. No, I think. I mean, obviously, the character played basketball. So I would imagine that, that's not really a guilty pleasure. Hey, guilty pleasure. I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm saying.
Candy Crush and Work with Friends.
No, you know what? I actually have it now. Thank you for saying that, because that actually brought us to mind, because it's mine, and it's so awful. But is anybody here? I know someone has to. Clash of Clans? Thank God. Okay, there's more than at least just one. I spend way too much time on that game. So I'm going to go ahead and label Derek as a massive Clash of Clans player.
Thank you.